All right, everybody. So I want to talk to you guys about this story because, this story really had my blood boiling. But, thankfully, justice will be served for Ahmaud Arbery because, as you people know, the three men that were involved in Ahmaud Arbery's death ended up getting convicted of it, so they got found guilty, so which means that they're likely going to be facing life in prison. And this is a pretty good day for Ahmaud Arbery's family. While the verdict is not going to bring Ahmaud Arbery back, I think it's a great example of how stuff like this needs to be cracked down more upon, because those three guys that did this to Ahmaud Arbery, let's be honest, all those guys that were involved in his murder, they were basically white supremacists, because it's like just because you see somebody running by or jogging by your property does not give you the excuse to pull out a gun and then record a video of you freaking shooting them. Like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with some people nowadays, but this is a pretty good outcome, and what's really has my blood boiling about the Ahmaud Arbery thing is that, those guys, he didn't do anything wrong to them. It's like they just stopped him all because, think about it. Imagine you jogging imagine you jogging and then, somebody just stops you, just like that, and then they threaten you with a gun. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know how those people were allowed to own guns in the first place if they were going to use it for really evil purposes like that, and in my honest opinion, I just feel like that now with the verdict coming out, and those three men, being found guilty, I think it's going to be setting a great example of how, stuff like this, I think, is going to be cracked down more upon in the future, and how I hope stuff like this never ever happens again, because this is one of the most messed up things I've ever seen, because it's like just no excuses for what those three guys did. Those three, they're not even humans. They're basically white supremacists. That's the best way that I can describe those three guys that were involved in Ahmaud Arbery's death, is just white supremacists. Because what else? Like, how else am I supposed to say it right here? And, there was also a video where basically one of the guys just started recording. He just started freaking recording. And, I didn't see that video. I never want to see that video of them, recording of them, pursuing Ahmaud Arbery, because I'd probably be traumatized by that video, because this is one of the most messed up things I've ever seen, and all that stuff. But hey, I'm just glad that, that they I'm just glad that they, found them guilty, because had they been found not guilty, I would have been extremely surprised. I would have been like, what the hell is wrong with people? Because it's like, it's obvious that they did it. I mean, come on now. You can't justify what they did. You just can't. You just freaking can't. So, I'm just glad to see that justice, has been served, because, and I just feel like that, I felt really compelled to talk about this, because, nobody deserves to ever go through something like that. Like, come on, this is just absolutely ridiculous that a guy, that an innocent guy like Ahmaud Arbery would lose his life all because some, three white supremacists decided to, label him, I don't know why they even stopped. And like, I'm just trying to figure out, the biggest thing that shocks me the most about Ahmaud Arbery's murder is what the hell was up with those three men? Like, why did they stop him? Like, Ahmaud Arbery didn't do anything to them. It just freaking pisses me off talking about this. But, hey, I'm just glad that those three men were found guilty. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And, may Ahmaud Arbery, may he rest in peace.